Have I ever heard it you?
No, because you ain't got a big enough dick. Your dick ain't big enough to hurt me, nigga. I've been telling you that for years. Is this your first time hearing that? Is this your first time hearing that? Niggas that got women hurt, dick is big.
You gonna really do me like this?
We're done here.
You gonna really do me like this? Long as I've been with you in bed.
Carrie,
Long
we're
all
done
I
here. Cry in the
did,
car. Cry in the car.
you gonna really
Be
do
a
this to me?
man. Get up off your pussy.
A
Get up off
pussy?
your pussy. And you got to go, dog. Period. Well, this is over with. What man will want to sit around? What man? This over with, dog.
All praise to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, Shem Dash. And double honor to the apostles and elders of the Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Tazawam from the Great Millstone here in St. Louis. And we're going to do a short lesson on that 1 minute clip that we watched, right, with this black woman who's really disrespecting and really degrading, that man, all right, in which we know that the so-called black woman is just to the point of just saying that she's just evil, all right, that's all right. Black woman as in black culture, right, because that's what black culture will get you, okay. That's the mindset of these women here in Babylon the Great, all right. 2/3 of Israel are a bunch of niggas. All right. Now, I don't know this man, obviously, or the woman that's talking to him, right? And who knows why he's even hooked up with a woman like that, right? But it just gives you an idea of how men have fallen so low that they feel that they still have to deal with her, deal with the nastiness and the viciousness of this woman here in Babylon the Great. All right, so we're just going to get a few scriptures and we'll be done. All right, this is Micah 7:9, and it reads, I will bear the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh, because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness, right? So we as men, we have to bear the indignation of the Lord, right? Because we sinned against him. So we have to take our medicine, if you will, our punishment, right? And part of that punishment is that our women will become enemies to us, you see? And there's nothing more hurtful for the Israelite man than to not have his woman in his corner, right? But these women today are too vicious, right? And so in this case, whether this be real or whether it be made up or who knows, they may have been rehearsing for a movie. I don't know. But just by looking at it, right? Because this was shared in the chat with the brothers, and it just struck me and say, you see, this is a microcosm of how many women treat their men, and you get into the whole concept, I guess you would say, of what they call abuse, right? But you will find out that most of the domestic problems in Babylon the Great is usually of this sort, meaning that it's mostly the women that are attacking their men. Okay, it's not the other way around. All right. So going on to verse 10, it reads, Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street, right? And that day is coming where many of these women will get exactly what they deserve, okay? From Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that is. Because when things go left and when shit hits the fan, these women ain't gonna be acting like that. They're gonna be looking for a man, Okay, this is Lamentation 4:1, and it reads, "How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out on the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter," right? Because we're special men, right? We're special unto the Lord, you see, as the men, the leaders of the children of Israel, all right? Verse 3, "Even the sea monsters draw out the breast, they give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel like the ostrich in the wilderness," right? So we can liken this, even though the men are pretty much the daughters, right? Because the Lord is what? Married unto Israel, okay? But we're the leadership. But you can liken this unto the women of today who are mean and nasty and cruel and vile, all right? As we saw, this is a prime example of so-called black culture when you're dealing with the woman, okay? Just unruly and out of order. And the scriptures talk about this, talk about dealing with this woman, okay? Ecclesiastes, Salaki, Ecclesiasticus 25, and we can start at 20. "As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the age, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man." That man was sitting there and speaking all quietly and softly, right? And she's just abusing him verbally, okay? "Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach." Verse 23, which is the point. "A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees." You see? So a woman who's not in your corner, but yet talks shit to you, right? And try to belittle you, okay? Try to make you feel less than a man. Hey, you don't need her anyway, all right? Because whatever's out there in the street that she really wants, she's going to get what she really deserves, okay? All right? We'll just move on and get to the next scripture. Because we have passed the point of no return for the nigger woman. All right? This is Proverbs 31:3. It says, "Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroy kings." Okay? So a man needs to be basically on guard when it comes to a woman, and a woman doesn't need to know your every thought, your every move, and where every nickel you have is. Okay? Because they will find some way eventually, right, to destroy it and to destroy you. Okay? So brothers have to be on guard if you're going to deal with women. All right? You're much better off without that man has no idea how lucky he is. If she wants to walk away, that's, hey, let her go. All right? Because she doesn't want to be there anyway. All right? This is Ecclesiasticus 26:7. It reads, "An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion." Right? So it's better to let her go. She's going to be that wicked, that vile, right? That disrespectful and boisterous. You might as well let her go. Save yourself the trouble, all right, going down the road. You'll get over your pain, right? And the Lord will bring you maybe somebody else who's better. So I looked up this word berate, right, in Merriam-Webster, right? And it reads what? To scold or condemn vehemently and at length. And that's what we watched. We watched her just scold him, okay? And talk about him as if he's less than a man, right? And that's what our women will do. You see? They'll talk to you and try to find the weakest point that they can on you and try to just destroy you with it. Okay. And when you have somebody like that, man, you don't, they're already gone. Okay. They're already gone. So you might as well just cut your losses. Ecclesiasticus 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, right? And we always bring this scripture out, all right? And what's a female dog, right? Fill in the blank. But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord, and that woman doesn't fear the Lord, because if she did, she wouldn't even be talking to her man like that. Okay? You would have respect for your husband or your man in your life, as it were. Okay? Because if you understood the scriptures, you would know that you are under the authority of your husband. All right? So we get one more, and then we'll be done with it. All right? Just a little commentary on it. Okay? Ecclesiasticus 25 and 16, right? We'll start right there at 13. It says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, which is your mind, in any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. You see, a man would rather have any kind of wickedness than have the wickedness of a woman. And that was a wicked woman that was talking to that man. Okay? And any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me, and she showed that she hated him, right? Because that's the first thing that a woman does, is try to emasculate the man if she no longer wants to be with him. So she would try to emasculate you and humiliate you, right? By always talking about what? Your rod or your inability to do this or that to her, right? Okay? That's the only thing they can go with in most cases. Going on, it reads, in any revenge but the revenge of enemies, there is no head above the head of a serpent, right? There's nothing worse than that venom that comes out of a serpent when you get bit, all right? And a woman with a mouth like that is nothing more than a serpent, because she's spewing out venom, all right, against that man. And there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman, right? Verse 17, the wickedness of a woman changes her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Okay? So a wicked woman such as that, what comes with sin? Death. All right? So maybe she wants to get out in the street and get to her death. We'll end the lesson right there, real short. All right? That's all I got on that. All praise to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Shalom.